Hello everyone, my name is Jill and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I've added a few plants back to my tank after my little algae disaster. I've added Frogbit back to my tank, which for some reason Frogbit doesn't work well in my tank. It used to, but it doesn't work well now. And I added duckweed as well. And I know a lot of people don't like duckweed, but I like duckweed. So I have duckweed, Frogbit, and I have these plants that I use. I don't know what they're called. What are these plants called that look like kelp, kind of? I don't know. This is a long-awaited video, you guys. This video is finally the update on my gold laser Corydoras. A lot of you have been wondering what's happened with them, and this is the update. But if you haven't seen that video yet, I would suggest go checking it out. But if you're not interested in doing that at all, then I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown. I'll leave a little link up here anyways if you want to see that. But basically what happened is I ordered 6 gold laser Corydoras online, and if you know anything about Corydoras, then they are, fairly expensive. They're a little bit more on the rare side, or they're rare, period. So they ended up costing me $55 per fish. So I paid $350, including postage, for these fish. And one of them showed up without a tail. There was a few more that had like bacterial infections. They had sunken in stomachs, which made me feel like they had parasites potentially, and it was just kind of like a disaster. So I emailed the company and they were like, fuck you, basically. They were like, suck it. They were like, we have no idea what you're talking about. If you want your money back, then ship the fish back to us. And if they're in the same condition that they were in when you shipped them, then you'll get your money back. And I thought that that was silly because who knows what could happen in postage. And if they're already sick, then like, why would I want to put them through the extra stress and then, maybe have them die in shipping? But then this company did a whole 180 and they were like, okay, so just give the fish a week, and then if any of the fish die, let us know and we'll refund you. And that, coincidentally happened to be after I told them that I was making a YouTube video, which I won't get into really because I'm not sure if they refunded me because I deserved a refund or if I said I was making a YouTube video. I'm not sure. We're not gonna get into that. Let's just ignore that. So you see what had happened was there's seriously something in my eye and it's bugging me. A couple of days after I uploaded that YouTube video, the Corydoras without a tail ended up dying. And I was very sad because I'm the kind of person that was hoping that he'd like get all better and then be the biggest out of all of them and have the most babies. But he died. When a fish of mine dies, then I really do take it to heart. It's almost like a dog or a cat dying, Most of the bacterial infections in the rest of the fish just disappeared. They were all fine. But one of them had a very, very bad bacterial infection. And I was gonna let it sit for a couple days, see how he does, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse as the days progressed, and his fins were falling off. It was really bad. He was doing really bad. So I gave him medication baths every single day for like 2 weeks, and then finally he pulled through. He still is the weakest out of all of them. Like, you can tell by looking at him, he's kind of like flushed out in color and his stomach is a little bit sunken in still. But he pulled through, and there was a very long time that I thought that he wasn't gonna pull through. I emailed the company and I told them that one of my gold lasers did end up dying, and another one is barely pulling through, and I didn't know like what was gonna happen to him, and they ended up just refunding me $100. So they refunded me for 2 of my gold lasers, and only one of them died. Some of you guys have been demanding of me to like expose this company and tell everybody like their name and all that, but honestly, I've decided that I don't want to do that, just because I know it would be great if I could stop more people from making a mistake like buying expensive fish from them. But at the same time, I'm a very small YouTube channel and I really don't want that drama coming to me. And they also did refund me for 2 fish, and they were really, really good at helping me through the process after they found out that I was making a YouTube video. So I don't know. See, they could just be really good people. And they're like, this woman deserves a refund. Hey, if you guys like this video so far, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up because it really does help my channel. So if you're liking this video so far, then give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, and then a couple of days later, I ended up going to a local fish store. And being me, I'm just looking at all the Corydoras, and I asked, you know, one of the employees, I was like, do you guys happen to have any gold laser Corydoras in? Just a shot in the dark, because gold lasers are pretty rare where I'm from. And they're like, no, come here, I'm gonna show you something though. And so I follow them, and they bring me to a fish tank with two fish that suspiciously look like gold laser Corydoras, but they're red laser Corydoras. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. In my head, I'm like, I should get these fish. I need to get these fish. They are gold laser Corydoras. So I ended up getting them anyways, like crossing my fingers, hoping that they were gold lasers, and they are. They also had two Corydoras naponensis. I don't know exactly how to pronounce the name, so I bought the two of those. But they ended up being Corydoras elegans. So now I have two Corydoras elegans. I have 7 gold laser Corydoras, 2 panda Corydoras, and 6 albino Corydoras in this fish tank right now. And yes, the bio load is huge. I do know that. I do water changes though, and they're doing amazing because they're breeding, okay? Just don't go there. Just so you guys know, if you are getting fish, obviously you should have a quarantine tank. I know that as well because, you know, one of my adult gold laser Corydoras that I bought from the fish store, she ended up getting sick. So she had fin rot for like 2 weeks as well. And she was eating and everything, but her tail was falling off. So I'm putting Melafix in the fish tank, doing a ton of water changes, and she's not getting any better. So I started giving her very intense medication baths as well. And I had to do that for like a week. And she got better. But oh man, you can imagine like how stressful. I'm just excited for my gold lasers to start breeding so I can start selling them. I think that'll be a really fun project, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me, and I want to know, have you guys ever bred fish? And if you have bred fish, have you ever sold your fish to pet stores or to people or on Gumtree or eBay? Because I'm looking into like actually breeding and potentially creating my own website and maybe selling my fish on a website after I get some licenses, if I need licenses to do that. I think that would be pretty cool, you guys, to do. So just so you know, that's happening. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that it took so long for me to get to this video, but if you guys liked this video, then I would appreciate it if you can give me a little thumbs up. And if you liked me, then I would appreciate it if you could subscribe. I do upload videos often, and I'd like to see you around, and I will catch you in the next one, hopefully. Fingers crossed.